Hello, welcome back to Duties Daggers. It's another end of the year wrap up video. We're talking about slip joints this time. The best slip joints of 2023. These were all released this year. Some, mainly the GECs, are, that version of the knife came out this year. But it's a pattern that has been released in previous years, so I think it still counts. Um, these six are my top picks for slip joints that came out this year. So let's go through them all. By the way, I have made all these slips myself, except for this one, which is a really, really beautiful one made by Richter over at Richter Knives. And all these other ones were made by myself. If you don't know, I make and sell leather slips and wallets. So if you ever want one, let me know. Here's an example of the wallet style that I make. Pretty simple, just cards and a strap front and back to keep cash in. Just called the Duty Wallet. If you want one, let me know. Or if you want a slip for your knife, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram for that kind of stuff. So we'll start on the left here. This is the C. Risner Lake Champlain Barlow. At Traditional Pocket Knives. This was a release this year, and there were two blade shapes. I have both, but my clip point version is at my buddy Jason's right now for him to check out. This is the sheep's foot one with my Carta covers. This is a badass knife. This was a really well priced knife, and it was a little bit of a jump up in quality from the Ohio Riverjack, because the only real difference as far as materials and fit and finish was we have a belt satin hollow grind here on the blade, which is done really, really, really well. It's a deep hollow grind. They made it real nice and thin behind the edge. Really a good looking sheep's foot. I love the way this swedge kind of curls around the tip right there. It just looks so good. This is a really, really good user. If I was picking a knife on the table here to be my primary user for like heavy duty tasks, this would be the one that I pick out of all these on the table for hard use. This thing, it's just, it's big, it's really comfortable. It cuts really well, and great walk and talk. Nice, long pull right here. M390 blade steel. My Carta is really nice. Back spring completely flush, no gaps, really no flaws on this thing. It's really nice. Lake Champlain Barlow. There were also titanium versions. There was a jigged titanium version and also a saw cut titanium version, which is a new thing that I'd never seen before. That's the version that I have my clip point in, and really, really nice. Next up, the Serge Panchenko Slip 7. This is a slip joint design from Serge Panchenko, and it's really kind of a minimalistic, kind of industrial sort of look, which I really dig. This is, it's got a really nice kind of dark, acid etched, kind of stonewashed look, which, look at that. It's just unbelievable. I love it so much. Gosh, it looks good. Really simple, kind of just, rectangle handle with a round butt. Sheep's foot blade. Well, actually, it might be a Warncliffe, actually, because we got a, continuous kind of slope down there to the tip. Nice swedge, really nice sharpening choil, which for slip joints isn't always a thing, but on this one it is. Pretty interesting backspring. It's not flush back here, and that's on purpose. It kind of dips down in there, which is really interesting. The walk and talk is excellent, really excellent. It just jumps, man. Perfectly centered, and it comes with a clip, which is a little unusual, but You can easily pop it off if you don't want it. It looks just fine without it. What I have mine on because sometimes I do like to clip this on my waistband if I want something really lightweight, like in running shorts or something. But I also like to just slip it in my pocket in a slip. So I made this type of slip where the clip could just go on the outside like that. That way I don't have to ever take it off. It's just, it's there. But usually it lives in the slip here. It's a nice clip. It works great. M390 blade steel. Really, really nice and slicey. Like really, really slicey. It's a great user. It's a great knife. Looks really nice. And I like it very much. I don't think they're available right now, but he continuously comes out with different versions of the Slip 7. So keep your eyes open. I think right now there's actually a pretty cool one with like skulls on it or something. I'll link it down below if they're available. Next up, something else from Traditional Pocket Knives. It's their Hedgehog exclusive from QSP. This is the one in the Gecko Fat Carbon. And oh boy, the Hedgehog. You guys probably already know how much I love the Hedgehog. I love it very, very much. One of my favorite slip joints. Let me wipe the blade off here. And my first Hedgehog, which I still have, it's just out in the garage for I use it for leather. It's the jig tie version, but this version came out, Traditional Pocket Knives exclusive, in a bunch of different kinds of carbon fiber, like colored carbon fiber. And I think it actually made the knife better, mainly because it actually thickened it up a bit. Everything in the handle is a bit thicker on this version. So it kind of just fills out your hand a little nicer. The blade is exactly the same, though. And the blade is really the star of the show here. It's just really excellent. Insanely thin at the tip. I mean, look at that. Unbelievable. It's almost like a straight razor sort of shape that works so good for everything. It's a mean utility cutter. It's a great slicer. It's just crazy, man. You need to experience a Hedgehog. It's a very deep, full length hollow grind. I just love it. I really, really love this blade shape. You need to get one. There's cheaper versions. If you're not sure, you can get like a micarta version of this for cheaper. I think it's in 14C or something like that. So you could just try it and see how just amazing this blade is. You need to get it, and you need to cut some cardboard with it, and you'll see what I mean. It just freaking glides through everything. It's insane. Love the Hedgehog. Now, something more traditional. My GEC Viper. Now, the Viper's been around for a while, but this was a version that was released this year. And it's called the blue, or the Stonewashed Blue Natural Bone. And this is probably the slip joint that was carried the most out of any on the table here. This has been carried so much because I just absolutely love it. I love the bone. It's not completely, the same on both sides, as you can see. It's bone, so, it's not a uniform substance. I just love how it looks. I love the writing on the blade. Some people don't, and a lot of times I don't, but this particular writing I think looked really good. Genuine North American cattle bone. I just think it looks nice. It looks classy and cool. Real nice patina starting on this baby. I love everything about this, man. It's a classic sway back pattern. Very thin behind the edge. Super slicey. It's just it's a great utility cutter. Feels great in the hand. And it's so just classic, Really nice walk and talk. I would say the pull is on the softer side, compared with these other on the table, but it's by no means mushy. It's probably more like maybe a 5 on the pull scale, 1 to 10. But real snappy still. It's lovely. The bone is kind of shiny on these edges here, which looks so nice. I love how it's patina-ing. I love the slip that I made for it. Usually I kind of do slips where I don't go all the way to the top, so you can peel this back and get in there and pull the knife out. But since I have a lanyard on this, I didn't need to do that. So I just put the stitching all the way to the top, and it just rides right in there. And when I need it, I just pull it out. I have the whiskey brown Pueblo on this side, and then a darker brown on the back. I love everything about this knife and the slip and everything about it. So, most carried knife on the table here, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Next, we have a Jack Wolf. This is my sway back sort of slip design. See, it's not square. We got a little kick out here on both corners. This is the red wax leather, and then whiskey brown on the back. For this slip, you kind of pull back this corner, and then you can grab that kind of tip of the sway back and pull it out. Laid back Jack from Jack Wolf Knives. This is the jigged titanium version, and I like it quite a bit. Probably my favorite Jack Wolf that I've tried so far. S90V blade steel, real nice jigged titanium. Starting to get some a little bit of snail trail here and there, starting to look a little worn in and nice. My only complaint with this knife is it's a little thick. It's a little thick behind the edge. I wish it was thinner, but it still slices. It's still a great utility cutter. Really great size. It's smaller than the Viper, so I don't know, just a little more, small. It's just, I don't know, more compact, I guess. We got the notch style sharpening choil, and man, the walk and talk on this is real strong. Really, really nice. We got a hand rubbed satin blade. Just looks very, very nice. It's just a good knife, man. It really is. And lastly, my baby, the GEC Yellow Rose. The most beautiful slip joint I have ever seen, and I mean that with, completely and honestly. This is the most beautiful slip joint I've ever seen. Let me wipe the blade off. This one I have not put a patina on, or I haven't cut anything that would give it a patina, because it's just too beautiful. That shine is just too beautiful. I don't want to put a patina on it. This is a pattern that's been out before. It's a GEC 86, but this is the first time they did the Yellow Rose, whatever version to it. Let me let Floki in. I let him out so that he wouldn't whine, but now he wants in. What? Almost done, buddy. So, the Yellow Rose. Just excellent, excellent spear point. I love that spear point blade. Love that long, kind of more skinny pull. Looks so good right next to this this wide, fat swedge up there. Gosh, it's beautiful. We got the rose shield inlay, the yellow dyed bone. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Just stunning, man. And literally the best walk and talk of any GEC that I've tried. Oh, that sound. Listen to that. I don't know if you'll be able to tell through the microphone, but it just sounds different than my other GECs. I'll do it right next to the mic here. It's so good, man. I love this knife so much. It's kind of my fancy knife. I will cut with it, just not like fruit or food or anything that'll, start patinaing. It's so thin behind the edge. It's a really good slicer. I love this pattern. I kind of want to get the 86 in a less fancy version, so it could be a user, because it really is a perfect user. But this is my pride and joy, something that'll be passed along in the family, and definitely never, ever leave my collection. So, I need to pick one. I need to pick one that's my favorite of the year. It's tough, man. I guess we'll start by eliminating some. Um, gosh. Although I do love the laid back jack, it does have the issue of being a little too thick behind the edge for my liking. So, because of that small little detail, taking it off the list. Let's see. I think I'm going to take the Lake Champlain Barlow off because although it is a really, really good knife all around, it's a little on the large side for me for carrying every day. If you have big hands, it'll be perfect for you. But for me, for my sized hands, it's just a little big for like an everyday carry kind of thing. Gosh, let's see. I'm gonna take the Slip 7 off. Although I do love it, I think I enjoy the more traditional style slip joints a little better than like the super modern ones, and that's really the only reason because this is really a fantastic one. Man, taking the hedgehog off too, just because of that same reason. Fantastic knife all around, but these two, I like the classic looks a little better. So between these two, which would be my slip joint of the year? Like I said, these patterns have both been out before, but these versions were the first to see, first to be released this year. So, gosh, I don't know. If it comes to carry time, it's definitely the Viper. Like I said, I've carried the Viper more than any other slip joint on the table today. As far as like beauty, I don't know. I find so much beauty in this as well. Just a different kind. This is more of like just a nicely worn in, like well loved sort of, vibe, I guess. This is more of like just a stunningly beautiful piece of art sort of vibe. That could absolutely be a user, but it's just not for me. So I don't want to. Oh gosh, I think I have to give it to the Viper, just because of the amount of times that I've carried it and the amount of cutting I've done with it. If I was doing two categories where best user and then, most beautiful, then these would both win. But I think it's got to go to the Viper just because I've gotten so much work done with this thing. And, I have a lot of slip joints to choose from. And, this has been in my pocket way more than any other. That's kind of a true test of whether you really love a knife or not, is if it just finds its way into your pocket more than others, and that is absolutely true for this one. There you go. Viper. My blue stonewash cattlebone number 47 Viper is my favorite slip joint of the year. That's it, folks. Let me know what you think. What was your slip joint of the year? And, please like the video. Hit up Richter Knives if you would like a slip. Or if you like one of my designs, hit me up for a slip. And that's it. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.